I might lose some people on this part, but I can't really, explain it to uh, like fully still. But at that moment, he got the 25. I'm sitting there with my, parents, my sisters, and I just had this kind of feeling. I can't explain it any other way, but just this kind of feeling come up, and that I and got this thought and feeling, and he turned and looked at me, the guy who did it, and we made eye contact, and before I knew it, like I was just like, I told him I forgive you.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
Yeah,
And it just kind of came out of you.
yeah, yeah,
You didn't,
and that's why I kind of. What's
you
that?
hadn't like thought about that before. It just came
Not
out of
until
you.
not until the sentence was said, and then it just happened, and he looked at me, and I told him I forgive you, and when he kind of made this face like, and I said it again, and then he just starts bursting with tears. The guy hadn't showed any emotion once the whole time.
Wow, dude. That is incredibly powerful.
Uh, Sorry.
No, I mean, yeah. What can you even say to that? That is beyond words, or that is truly something, man. That there's so much going on there. The fact that it happened at all is very interesting. When you think about it, from having already happened, looking back on it, you can kind of logically put the pieces together that you being the person that you are, forgiveness might have sort of welled up inside you without you realizing it, and it was ready to be given as long as the punishment was fit the crime. And then once that happened, it coming out of you even makes sense. But the fact that you're saying that would have that effect on him, I don't even know if I've even heard of anything like that. That's really uh, unbelievable in a number of ways. Uh, how do you feel about that happened? Did that give you did that specific thing? Does that make it a little easier to move forward from? Does it not really have that much of an effect, or how do you feel about that looking back on it?
Yeah. Well, I guess I should explain this first, but the whole that's why I brought up a little bit ago as far as the how mad I was and what I felt should have happened to him for that
Mm.
like first year
Hmm.
of just thinking the worst things should happen to this guy for what he did to me, and that was that was just a lot of anger, and
Yeah.
it got to a point in the recovery process where all I wanted, and all I prayed for was to not be angry. I just didn't
Mm.
want to be angry, and it it was just making my life worse,
Yeah.
and it already was just being angry all the time to the point where like I'm affecting relationships and family, because I'm just a dick about life, which they understood because they knew what I went through. But I've never was that guy. I spent 25 years of really good happy life with a
Yeah.
family that always loved and supported me, and I just wasn't an angry dude.
Yeah.
So that was what I needed, and looking back now, it's like even if he got what he got, and that moment didn't happen, I don't think the anger would have gone all the way down to where it is. I mean, to
Yeah.
the point I never lost another night of sleep because of being angry about that. So
Wow.
yeah, I think it had a huge part because without me even knowing, I think that's what was actually gonna
Yeah.
be the answer to not being angry. I mean, as simple as it is, it's like, yeah, you forgive people and then that's how you fix it. But I mean, there's people in my life to this day that I'm not going to forgive because of things that they did.
Yeah.
Uh, but that, one would look at and say the worst thing that any other human's ever done to me.
Hmm.
So deep that like, I think there really was only, so many cures. And, one of them was continue to get more bottles of prescriptions and, just numb it. Or, I guess that was the answer, at least for me. It's probably different for everyone.
Yeah,
You know, I,
and yeah, that's sometimes our bodies know things. I don't mean this in any woo woo way. I just mean like sometimes our bodies get to things that we need to do before our brains do. And it sounds like something like that might have happened with you, where like your body was so demanding of this sort of weight to be lifted off of you that it just like made it come out of you almost or something,
yeah,
and it obviously did the trick. I mean, whatever the fuck made you do that, you're feeling that, it wells up, it spits out of your mouth, and suddenly you said it and then you repeat it. It's like that's powerful shit, man. And the fact that you came away from that not ever losing another night of sleep, as you put it, from the anger that had been rightfully been built up in you for whatever the fuck happened to you, the
yeah,
senselessness of it, the randomness of it. It's like there's so many reasons and ways to be angry about that, but the fact that you almost just like vanquished it in a moment by saying that is, I don't know. I don't even think I need to fucking say anything. It's like it's self-explanatory how powerful that is. It makes the story, which is already a good story, it makes it sort of like, I don't know, something everybody should listen to. Thanks for telling the story. This is incredible.
yeah.
Flow.